better to have it than need it, and you want to be on the right side of the having. So again, I know sometimes we figure, I tried something, it didn't work out for me, I didn't like it, this was something that didn't make sense to me, it pissed me off because, they took my money. But my question is, whatever it was that you tried, did you give it your all? Did you try something that made sense to you? Did you really understand it? Or did someone dangle a carrot, a dollar sign, or a status sign in front of you, and you jumped at the opportunity without doing your due diligence? We've all made mistakes. Everyone has messed up sometimes. Everyone has thought that they knew or understood, only to find out that they really didn't understand it completely or well enough. And there's no shame in that. That's just life. But whatever the thing you do is, whether it's network marketing, whether it's a brick and mortar business, whether it's a partnership, whether it's stuffing envelopes, do it and know that there's going to be a learning curve, a developmental curve, and you are the one that's going to be responsible for accepting that and making that a part of your process to get to your success. Now, a lot of times, I talk about it many times, people have the wrong idea about success. Success is measurable. Everyone's success is not the same. You have to decide, what does success mean to you? And if you're doing something just to be financially successful, I don't always recommend that. I understand though. But make sure you do it. You have the right intentions. There are no emotions attached to it, so that if you have to depart from it, no love lost, and you can move on to the next thing. But don't set yourself up for failure where you're jumping from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing. You want to be stable in your thinking. I've written about, how you measure success. I've written about, what's the other topic? Being strong in your convictions. I've written about some of these topics because they're very real. And again, as a transformational leadership strategist, it's important that you understand this on the front end. You don't want to get midway into something only to find out that there's more to it. And the more to it is that, you got to learn this. You're going to need techniques for that. I had a discussion with a guy, and I was talking about this very thing. You never know how things are going to go, but everyone has something special. I'm not the only one to tell you. Think about when you were a kid. Did you ever hear that? That you are special? You have a talent, you're gifted, you can do this, you can do that? Well, some of us didn't hear that, I get it. But even if you didn't, since you're becoming an adult, what have you found out that you can do that's different than what other people are doing? What is it that you have learned or found an interest in that you really want to do, but you haven't bothered to try it? You see, everything doesn't cost dollars and cents initially. Yeah, in the longest of long runs it might, but you have to do what you have to do to find out what that is. You see, you have to do all your due diligence, as I say. If you want to choose a topic to focus on, or a profession, or I hate to say hobby, but people can monetize hobbies. If you happen to have a hobby that you're good at, maybe you should monetize it. That's just food for thought. But whatever it is, you want to go in knowing what's involved. How much time do you have to spend? How can you do it twisted? How can you do it very economically? These are very important questions that you have to ask yourself. But I can tell you for sure, you cannot always rely on, what you know. Sometimes you have to stretch yourself, and you have to be around people that may know more than what you know, so that you can learn more to make better decisions and better choices.